Hello there, party people. I have to turn my camera on. It's remembered. I'm gonna check. It's very old. Oh, I broke. The elastic broke. Very old. Actually, it's not. Doesn't look that bad. Oh, will it reach though? That's a good question. Yeah, should. How do I disconnect? Oh, I can disconnect the Bluetooth device for now. Okay, let's see. It should, in theory, work. I'm sorry, I just need to turn my camera on if I can. Ooh, nice. Oh, let's go. There you go. What are some things that have happened recently? Since the last time I've streamed, I believe I'm not even joking. I'm probably pretty sure it's since the last time I streamed. But you know, I think I'm not 100% sure, but I think that yeah, I found a website, or not a website. It's a social media platform, kind of. It's called Panora. So PANORRA, Panora, and basically it's basically a. Let me just change the background. I want to change the background quickly. Why not? It's basically it's basically Instagram. So photos and videos for 360 content. So it's actually really like crazy, like interesting. I'm like, whoa, that's what? Excuse me, I can do what with what, huh? And then once I found that, I was like, is there a way to? I asked, is there a way to make a custom? I asked it on like a Discord bot, Reddit subreddit, and I was like, is there a way to make a custom notification bot? And they're like, yeah, it'll be kind of dumb, in the sense of like, it's not easy, but yeah. Cause I got the first few people were like, nah, it's impossible. You're an idiot. No way. If anybody's told you otherwise, forget it. And I'm just like, what? No. Okay. And I'm just like, what? Really? Oh, okay. Because I said, and then other people were like, well, if you got an APK, it should in theory work. And I was like, yeah, no APK. And they're just like, well, then it's pretty much impossible. And then other people were like, no, it's possible. It's not easy, but it's possible. You know, I might not have a camera. Oh, I do. Now, is this going to be upside down? It is going to be upside down, isn't it? Is there a way to flip this? No, right? I don't think so, right? No. I think I have to do it this way. Okay, let me see if I can get it to stay this way. Why is it not focusing now? Like, focus. Ooh, it's not focusing. Oh, that's why. First of all, it's back upside down, so that's why it's like not doing that there. Now, this way, it should in theory be focused. Ooh, shish. Ah! Dang. Ooh. Okay, cool. Now. Okay, can I get it to like focus on my face, please? How do I get it to focus? I thought I just tapped the focus. Oh. That should in theory focus. Okay. Yeah, that works. Ooh, not enough light. Need to turn the other light up for that. Cause I wanted to make one. Just a sec. I wanted to make a bow. See, just a sec. Why is this? Wow. That's. Oh, is it because that's causing the problem? Let me check. I turned this off. Just a sec. Oh wow. Yeah, that does work better. Okay. Interesting. Anyway, So, because I was like, I wanted to make a Discord bot for my server to notify when I post on Pandora. And I eventually ended up, because everyone was like giving me mixed signals. It's technically possible. No, it's impossible. Without an API, it's impossible. Maybe it's probably possible. Anyway, right? So I was like, oh, give him a mixed signals here, and then somebody said, I can do it. Super easy, I can do it. And I'm just like, oh, really? Can you now? And they're like, yes. No, 100% yes, I can. I was like, oh, okay. And it's like, oh, without an APK, it's actually API. It's really hard. It's a lot, because like I can do it $5 or £5, whatever it is. Like that's it. Like, and they were just like, oh, can you now? And they were like, yeah. And then I was like, oh, but. And I said, but there's no APK. He's like, oh, well then it's gonna be a lot more. So I think I paid like $40 or $50 for him to make. Because what I ended up having to do also was, it has like a access, or it has like a key or something that has to pick. Like it has to grab the key from the website. I don't know if it's called a key exactly, but something of that effect, right? And so what happened was I had to keep it like pulling it every 24 hours, and I'm hosting it on my own computer, so it's kind of a little bit like much. It's okay, it's not the worst, but it's definitely not great. Anyway, and so but like so yeah. And then he was like, oh, every 24 hours you're gonna just have to like grab the you have to grab the key. I was like, oh, that's annoying. And he's like, yes, it is, but for 10 more pounds, I could get you I could make you a script that pulls it. I can make you an additional script. Okay. And your script, so I'm like, oh. I was like, yeah, you know what? Okay, fine. You know, I was like, yeah. I was like, okay, fine. You know what? Why not? So, that's what. Yesterday, I ended up having him do that. 'Cause I'm like, this is ridiculous. I'm not doing this every time. This is dumb. Because it wouldn't work also if I didn't do it properly. You have to change things, and you have to have the developer portal, like, bots, like, key or something. What is it? I don't know. It's really dumb. Not key. What's it called? It's called a bot, like, what's it called? Public key, and then there's, what's it called? It's called this, but then where's the, like, actual, oh, okay. I go to that, and I go to, oh, bot, there you go. And it's their token. Okay, yeah. Get the tokens, I'm like, this is stupid, I'm not doing this, is dumb. So I just didn't end up doing it, it is dumb. But, yeah, that's what I did recently. It's a pretty good one, it works now. I'm trying to find actually good, I think I have some more pictures on my camera, I just had it all on this, like, external hard drive, that, like, I was like, oh, I'll just use external hard drive, I got some pictures on there, now it's on the camera, it's like, I have to take it off the camera and get it, looking for a better camera, because I think I could do some 360, tours. I want to get into 360 tours, and there's people who've been telling me things like, don't bother with literally any, and I repeat, any, and I was like, what? Any, like, websites? Just learn how to use Unity, I'm going to say Udemy, no, Unity, to make 360 tours, and I was like, but these websites do a lot of things for you, and you're like, the guy was like, yeah, but you gotta pay for it, and I was like, well, yeah, obviously. Like, I'm not stupid. I know that. Also, I'd be willing to pay for it if... Or also, that's the other problem, too, though. It depends on what the customer, the client, actually wants, right? If the client's, like, willing to pay for it through, like, Matterport or... What was the other one? Mattermost? Or Matterreel or something? Anyway, I saw it on a Ben Claremont video. So, anyway. I was like... Yeah, if they're willing to pay for it, what do I care? I just make the thing. I just do the work for them, and they just pay for it, right? Because I'd love to have my summer camp that I used to go to, I used to work at, they should have one. Cause I told them that, right? I was like, yo, you should have a 360 tour, because, Parkside Ranch has got one, and, that's something you're lacking. You might want one. And they were just like, never even responded to me. I did this on Instagram. So, never even, said it was red, I don't think. Look, I don't care. They knew who I was. So, there's a whole thing there I'm not going to go into where it's like, the person running it doesn't like me, per se, so. But, I mean, hey. Excuse me. I don't know if she's still around, so. Because what happened was, actually, current general director left. Oh, sorry. The general director has just left for that camp. And then he just hired a new guy. So maybe I could ask that guy. I'm assuming I could ask that because my friend also has some, things he could... What does it sound like? He could do, so... he's got some ideas for the people, and he's like, I don't know who to ask. I just have no idea who to ask. Just zero. He's like, I'm like, maybe you ask her, maybe you ask I don't know, the board, the parade, I don't know who you ask. I'm sorry, I just don't know who you ask, so. And now, it's most likely, if she's not there anymore, it's most likely the new guy, but I don't know, right? I have no idea. I wouldn't be able to tell you. I think it's a new guy. But I'm not 100% sure. Because if she's still there, then maybe it's still her, or I don't know. She's assistant to him or something, or was assistant to the director. So anyway. So I was thinking, yeah, I could do that. I could do 360 tours. 360 tours. I don't know. That's what I thought I could get into, 360 tours, and learn how to do that stuff. Yeah. And then what's a good camera for? And I have a Samsung Gear 360 2017. Not a good camera for that. But for the first, maybe few, to see, hey, I got something here, and then I can get more clients, and then get some money, and then upgrade. It might be, fine to use for the first, few. And then I can even come back to those people and be like, you want a better one? You want an upgrade? I'll upgrade you. For, X amount of money, I'll upgrade you. And they'll be like, because I think the church I'm currently at, the previous church I was at, and the summer camp all three should have 360 tours. That'll be amazing. I have to learn how to use Udemy for it, but, it's not the worst, but I feel like it's going to be a lot of work. Or it's I don't want to learn this. I'd pay for a stupid freaking thing, but, hey, for the websites, but, hey. I'll look into it. Anyway, so yeah. So I have no idea whether, absolutely no idea whether... oh shoot, not there. I don't know. I just feel like I could do that. I suppose they need them because, that's the thing. Because I've probably said this before on stream. I think 360 videos are useless. Now, not 100%. There's nothing good about them, but they're virtually useless in the sense that, oh my god, they're just annoying to watch. I remember the first one I ever watched was a Roman Atwood vlog, and I was like, this is the coolest thing ever. Quality was garbage. Quality was legitimate, literal garbage. Just garbage. Just garbage, okay? And I was like, this is amazing. This is so cool. And then just went. I had to watch 3 times before I felt satisfied with oh yeah, I've seen it all. I looked around it. And then I didn't touch it for years. And then I saw a video by... It was one of the park benches with Matt and Tom, Scott, and Matt Gray. And they were talking about how, and Matt Gray talked about the fact that, because they're talking about, well, what cool things can you do with 360 cameras and with VR, not VR, yeah, VR, I guess. And, because they had done a video on, Tom got a GoPro Fusion. Max. Fusion. No, GoPro Max. I think the Fusion is an upgrade. Anyway, the first GoPro 360 camera. And then Matt, that's one video. And then in a separate video, a different video, Matt's talking about how, because they're talking about how, what can we do with these things? These things are cool. What are we able to do? And then Matt just goes, yeah, but it's videos are such a faff. You have to watch them 3 times. If you know a good thing to do with them, great. but it's a faff in the sense that like you gotta sit there and watch it like 3 times and make sure you didn't, so you don't feel like you missed something, and it's a lot of it's really dumb, and I'm like, that is exactly, oh my god, it's so dumb, oh my, because I think, and then 360 photos are a novelty. They're fine, but they're very much a novelty. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with them. They're just very much a novelty. Like, this is a novelty. I'm like, this is a novelty. Yes, definitely a novelty. And I'm like, yeah, fair enough. But 360 tours, because whatever it was 10, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, when people started doing, like, real estate, like, pictures, photography, right? To sell. No. What's the battery life at? I gotta check the battery life for this. 15! Damn you. Well, if it dies, it dies. I'll have to charge it. If it dies, it dies. Oh well. What was I saying? Yeah, so, like, real estate pictures, everyone's taking real estate pictures for houses or for even, like, commercial buildings, whatever. Just real estate photos, and that was a big thing. Now I think the next big thing is virtual tours. So make dollhouses, do the, like, dollhouse thing of your real estate stuff. That's what I think, anyway. I think that's the next logical step forward, so. Yeah. And that's, like, the only, like, practical use for 360, I think. Because, see, look, Panora, now that Panora is a thing, because I said to someone, I posted on the, r/360 cameras subreddit. I went, okay, so, has anybody used Panora? I love it, but what do other people think? And they're just like, and one guy was like, I have no idea what this is. What is this thing? Cause I explained it as a social media platform, right? And they're like, well, what kind of social media platform? So I sent them a link, and he's like, this is amazing. So I explained to him, like, I used to use Kula, KUULA.co, and I was like, oh, this is amazing. I thought that was a cool thing, right? And then I realized, it's not really a social media platform. The way you do it is kind of dumb, in the sense that, like, you have to send them the link. And so because you have to send them the link to the thing, it's not really a social media platform where you can follow me and do stuff. It's one that can do 360 tours. And I showed that to my brother, and he was like, yes, that's cool. You should go and try and, like, contact a lot of people in places like the Montreal Botanical Gardens, the Biodome. Go get places like the camp, places like, I don't know, anywhere. Churches, places like that. So cool. And, we never got farther than basically nothing. But I will look into doing it once I learn how to use Udemy, because then I can... Udemy. Unity. Anyway. So yeah, I was using that, and then I saw Ben Claremont's video on how to share 360 content, and he pulls up Panora, and I was like, that's exactly what I've been looking for. I want that thing. It's amazing, and it's exactly what I wanted. Because that's like... So, I was saying that because of the fact of, like... it's a what's it called? It's like a novelty thing to do 360 photos. But I mean, at least that's like something you could share it. It's a way you can interact with them. It's interesting. But I still think, yeah, it's a little bit of like a novelty. Because what are you supposed to do with it? Because you can print a tiny photo, right? Because people like Ben Claremont, have these things behind him that are like, in his YouTube videos, that are like these squares of like tiny planet photos. If you don't know what a tiny planet is, it's kind of... I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of... I don't know how to explain it. I have to show you. I just have to show you. I have to show you. No, you're not getting that. At window? Oh, I have window capture. Okay. Let's change the window. What? Oh, no. Up it up. Twitch. Okay. That's fine. I'm usually a tiny planet. So, where's this thing? 360 tiny planet. No! It's 360 tiny planet. Just 360 tiny planet. I just want 360 tiny planet. Like, it looks like this, basically. These are what tiny planets... See, these are what tiny planets look like, right? These things. And they're a decent idea. It's still a novelty thing. Because in one of Ben Claremont's, like... What's it called? Videos. Videos about, like, how to... Or no, not videos. Sorry. His book. Like, he has, like, 2 free books, and then the rest are all paid courses. Anyway. But I read one of his, or I actually read both of his books, but one of his books was like, do this for like weddings, and I'm like, yeah, but it's a novelty. They're not gonna hire a 360 photographer. I'm sorry, for a wedding, no way. That would be a guy that either does one of two things. Either has um either is a separate person that also does 360 photos, so they also have a photographer and a 360 photographer slash videographer, depending. I think 360 video, that could be an interesting thing. Anyway, or there's a photographer that also offers 360 video, 360 photos. It's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do your whole thing normally, but I'm also gonna offer 360 because that's cool, right? That's a cool novelty thing. I don't think it's something they would buy explicitly to have 360 photos of their weddings. Like that's stupid. I'm sorry, no offense, that's dumb. Like, oh, I want my whole wedding in 360. That job is amazing. No, it's stupid. Anyway, yeah. So that's what I think about 360, and it's kind of, and the cameras people are recommending are any Insta stuff. A lot of Insta stuff's good, and Ricoh Theta Z, and the Theta X, I think, something like that. Or Y maybe, I don't know. S no. I know Theta Z is like the one that everyone's like, this is amazing. This is virtual tour quality stuff, or you forget that altogether and you just go straight to a DSLR and learn how to use a panorama head, and just pano head and don't even bother, and like you have like the best quality ever. Not DSLR, but like, you know what I mean, like an actual photography camera. Because I was thinking about that, I was like, oh yeah, because my dad was explaining to me like, or it was like telling me about like how like I think it was like 20 or 30 years ago, 30 or so years ago, he was in New York and he was in like a room, not too much bigger than the size of this room I'm in right now, maybe like a museum thing. I think he said he was at actually, now that I think about it, I think he said he was at the UN in New York. United Nations in New York, building in New York, and he was in a room, and it was just 360, wall to wall, just a picture, and I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that's possible. Yeah. 360 cameras didn't exist, but doing that's actually, I don't think that's actually impossible, and it's not. You just take probably like a panorama, and then probably 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or whatever panoramas, or there's probably like a technique to do the thing where you take a bunch of pictures and you like stitch them together to make a 360 photo in like a editing software, or the way you edit it. So it's probably possible. Yeah, I was thinking like, yeah, that makes sense. If you do it all manually, that makes sense. It's possible to do so, to have that. Because he was like mind blown, and then he was like, oh, that's what this is. I saw that like 30 years ago. I saw that like 30 years ago, and I was like, whoa, really? And he was like, yeah. I was like, whoa, that's cool. And I was thinking like, yeah, that's not impossible to do. Probably not super simple, but not possible. Like, because the way to do it before, like 360 camera point and shoot stuff, I can actually show you my Gear 360. So the way you did it beforehand was like, you would pull out a bunch. You would like have like 6 or 7 or 8 or 10 GoPros all in like a row or on like a spherical ball thing. And you have to stitch them all in by hand. Ooh, shit. Apparently I heard it was like a nightmare to do. Like an absolute... Ooh, crap. What am I doing here? Oh. What am I doing here? Oh. I don't know. My ukulele's falling around. Yeah, so. You would do it that way. Like, you'd have a bunch of them in like a spherical looking thing. I don't know how to show you. Yeah. Like this. And like all GoPros around it. And you just take photos on them and then put them all together. Yeah, here's my... Oh, come on. Big Gear 2017. And then there are people saying, it's not the worst thing anymore. It's not good to use anymore. It's not really supported and doesn't work really well. But it's not bad. It's not horrible, I mean. What is that? That's a keyboard. That's that. That's that. That's that. No, I won't do it now. I'll do it. I'll wait till after. But, yeah, so... yeah. That's what you did before that. So, yeah. It's just not a great thing, but people were saying, yeah, you can still use it. Be the camera that you use for, like, the things you don't want your expensive camera and your good camera to go through, and you don't need, like, the highest quality. And I'm like, yeah, I'll stick it on the top of my car, or I'll put it through, like, whatever, and I'm like, yeah, yeah, okay, fair enough. And then you see all these people. This is the best 360 camera. This is the best 360 camera, and then you can tell, and then you notice, and you look at the video, and you're like, oh, it was sponsored. Oh, okay. That's why they're saying it's the best, like absolute best. No, when it's people who don't talk about 360 cameras, they know cameras maybe, but or know a bit about cameras, but they don't know 360 cameras. So they're like, because Marquez Brownlee made a video about the new Insta 360. I don't remember what it was. 1R, 1S, I don't know, whatever it was, one something. Anyway, one of them, the new one. And I was like, Marquez Brownlee does not know 360 cameras. I don't trust Marquez Brownlee, but he's paid, so I was like, oh well. He did explain fairly well what it was all about, but so it wasn't an awful video, but you can tell, oh, you're paid. Okay, well, I'm like, I don't care. You know, I was like, whatever. So yeah, but yeah, so yeah. If you people know exactly how to use one of these things, like what you could do with them, please tell me, cause like I'd love to have a good way to use this thing, man, or these things in general, cause I think at best they're a novelty, at worst they're just like a faff, like a stupid, like oh my god, like I don't think we have figured out. I don't think we're gonna figure out anytime soon a good way to use 360 video. I think 360 video is weird that way. It's like, I don't like it. I think it's stupid. That way. I do. Because you're like, what am I supposed to look at? Where am I supposed to go? How do I do this? What do I... Oh, my God. The one thing I could think would be an interesting thing to use for it, because I thought about this. 360, like, behind the scenes of, like, a making of a movie or something, or making of something. The making of a YouTube video, the making of a movie or something. You strap it to, like, the top of a camera or something. Or, like... You figure a way to connect it, like, to you, like, I don't know how to explain it, but, like, or how to show you, but, like, maybe on top of, like, something, a mic or something, or somewhere. And then just, like, show the background with 360 and look around and all. I think it's not that bad. I think wouldn't be that horrible. Maybe it's not perfect, but I don't think it's horrible. Cause he's my friend, because we're talking about, like, because he works for a video game company. And so I was like, yo, you ever touch like a VR, or you ever seen any 360 stuff, or you touch VR stuff? And he's like, oh, I was testing VR stuff. I was like, oh, that's cool. Do you feel like sick and nauseous? And he's like, not particularly. No, it's not the most natural thing, and it's weird, and it's like unsettling and unnerving, and it's weird and unsettling, and like, ooh, it's like odd, but it's not bad. And I'm like, okay, like, so you don't feel like just like 5 seconds in throwing, or 5 minutes in just throwing your whole entire like inside. Blah. And he's like, no. I'm like, okay, fair enough. But I said, and I don't know how we got onto like the topic of like gimmicks and like movies and whatnot. And I was like 360, 3D was a stupid gimmick. That was really dumb. What's going on here? Why is it I hate my hair. So dumb. Anyway, right? Like we got into like 3D, how 3D was a gimmick, and I was like, I'm 100% out of watching movies in a theater if they hand me a VR goggles and say we're watching this in VR. Wait, VR. Like, this is stupid. Not VR, but like, I'm done. This is stupid. I'm like, no way. I'm out. I'm legit. I'm out. I'm sorry. I'm out. I'm like legitimate. No, I'm out. Nope. Sorry. This is bull crap. Sorry. I'm out. Oh, 100%. I'm like, no, this is dumb. This is absolutely dumb. Nope, I'm out. Cause I've been in them. I have Gear VR. I don't hate it. It's very limited. It is very limited. Also, it's limited on the hardware too that you have, like what phone you have. So, this Gear 3, this VR, Samsung Galaxy S6 is not the most powerful phone that I have. I should get a new phone. I really should get a new phone. Anyway. And then I think Google Cardboard's been canned. They don't support that anymore. And then Google Daydream, I think, has also been canned. And so, like, there's no really good phone VR. And then real VR is, like, really expensive now. Well, I think it's not that crazy expensive, but it's, like, you know, a new game console expensive. I'm like, I don't want that. I don't want to spend that much kind of money. I'm not that into it. And I need a computer to use. Well, actually, I wouldn't need necessarily, depending on which one I got. I just realized but I would still need, like, I don't know. I'm like, I don't want to spend that kind of money. I could spend it on other things. So because every time I say something related to a computer, like VR or not editing, VR or like cameras or 360 tours, everybody always goes, "Well, before we go any further, what's your PC?" And then they're all like, "Oh, not good," because it's not. It's a ASRock B450 Pro F, I think, or Pro M motherboard with 8 gigs of RAM. Don't ask me the speed or the whatever the cycles, whatever that, I don't know what it's called, but the speed or any of that. With so 8 gigs of RAM with a Ryzen 3 2020G CPU with a 660 GPU, GTX 660 GPU, and they're like, oh, all of that is so, yikes, old and weird, low end at best, and stupid old at worst. So low end at best with the CPU, and really too old at best because it's a 660 2 gig also. Not 660 Ti, 660. Like, oh my god, that's horrible. Which it is. It's bad. It's very bad. But I don't know. Everybody give me also mixed, not mixed signals, but mixed ideas. Like mixed advice. Like different advice where it's like, no, you have to upgrade this. No, upgrade this. No, upgrade this. No, upgrade this. I'm like, no. Why do I upgrade first? And so I've decided when I have enough money, I'm gonna buy either a 1060 or a 1660 or a 2080, maybe Ti. I don't know. Graphics card. I'm deciding I'm doing that. Cause I realized incrementally going up is stupid for graphics cards. Just go with something that actually would serve my purposes, functions, right? What I've been doing. So, and everyone was like, "Yeah, just got a which I think a 1080. No, sorry, 2080 is like $200 to $400, somewhere in that range, depending on where you look and how you get it. Because they're still usable. That's the thing. They're still very much usable. That's the thing. So, because they're not that old and they're not that bad. So, and they're not that anyway, outdated. So, I know 2 generations have come up after it, but they're still very usable. So, that's what I'm probably gonna get first. Or I'll get used RAM and just forget that. CPU. I've heard, now I don't know if this is 100% correct, but I've heard that I won't get a insane bottleneck if I get a better GPU with the same CPU. I would get a bad bottleneck of not utilizing my CPU with a bad GPU. If that makes any sense. I think that's what I was told, or I came to the conclusion by asking people. I think that's what it was. You're not utilizing your CPU properly if you have a crappy GPU or something. There's no point. But if I got a better GPU, I wouldn't be bottlenecked by the CPU that I have in there. At least that's what I remember looking up or finding out information about. So, look, I don't remember. I don't care. I just know that, or at least from what I've heard, I can get a better GPU. Or get used RAM. I had an opportunity to buy used RAM and I didn't pick it up. I was like, I should have bought it. I really should have bought it that time. But, oh well. And I've looked up all the videos where it's like, well, is mixed matched RAM really that bad? Like mismatched speed, mismatched capacity, mismatched this and that. And they're like, yes and no and kind of and marginally better, and it would be optimized if you had the things matching, but it's not gonna destroy your computer, and it's not gonna be something where over time it breaks it. No. So I'm like, well, then does it really actually matter? If you're trying to suck the most out of it, trying to pull the most out of your thing, yeah, you probably want it, matching, but I'm sure it wouldn't be that bad if you could do it without. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, so anyway, that's my PC and that's my stuff. So yeah. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, so that's what I've been doing recently. this stuff. So I think, because I think the first time I do a 360 tour, I just do it for free, right? Just 100% for free, so that I could do like a set up like a excuse me, set up a like, so I have something in like a portfolio. I could be like, I can show someone like, hey, I did this. Look at what I've done already. I could do one for you. You know, I could do something for you, right? This is really obnoxious. This background is obnoxious. Actually, it does actually depend on the background. Sometimes I can get it to like not be as bad if I have a better background. Like I can pull out, where is it? Let's pull out, let's do Mega Drive behind me. Why not? Yeah, see? Depending on the where's that apply? Okay. There it is. Mega Drive. Actually, it's not a Mega Drive, it's a Master System. What am I talking about? Mega Drive is the Genesis in the UK. What am I talking about? Or in Europe? Anyway. So yeah. Either my church that I'm currently at or the previous church that I still go to their young adults. Oh, I have to say that much. I talked about this before, right? I talked about the stupid thing of like, why do they do it once every 2 weeks? I don't get it. Now it's twice a month, so it's not once a month at least. The one for my current church. Like, it's not, but like, I still think it's stupid doing it only twice a month. Why? This one can do it every week. I don't get it. My previous church can do it every week. Do a young adults every week. I don't get it. It baffles me. I'm like, what? Why? I don't get it. I don't think I'll ever get it. I think it's one of those things. I just think it's one of those things that they don't want to put the effort into doing it. Now here's the stupid thing, okay? The thing that baffles me, I explained this before, I'm sure I explained this before, right? I was like, okay, what the heck with the youth pastor? He did it once every 2 weeks, and it was the youth, and what? I said to my mother, I'm like, Mother, what the freaking heck does he do outside of being the youth pastor, right? Or outside of youth group? Isn't his whole thing, his job is to do the youth group? Like, I don't get it. Like, what is he doing? So why is it once every 2 weeks? Well, maybe the people where it's like, no, that's a stupid thing. Every other youth group, literally every other group I've ever heard, does it every week. I've never heard that in my life. Never. So I was like, this is just stupid. This is just dumb. I was like, what? This is dumb. What? No. No, this is stupid. Look, I don't know. I don't care. Look, I don't go to that youth group. I don't involve in the youth group. I thought I would be contacted by the guy to be like, yo, you want to be youth pastor, youth leader? Nothing. I was like, fair. I don't care. I don't give a freaking hoot. Then you see the people who are, and I'm like, what? And I'm like, why do I care? Why do I care? I don't want to. Why do I care? Why do I care? I'm like, forget it. I don't give a hoot. Which is fine. I'm like, better not. No, I don't want to deal with that. So. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, so, I mean, whatever. Look, I don't care. So, it just baffles me. I'm like, why? You people, these people have lives. Oh, bull crap. If ours can do it, if the previous church I was at can do it every single. Whoa, shit. Well, that fell. I had a Lego set. It fell and fell into pieces. Did it actually break that badly? I'm gonna check. It's broke enough. Damn. Shouldn't have left it there then. No, I don't know if I have all the pieces around. Oh, dang it. I don't know where to put it now. Ugh, this is annoying. This is annoying. Oh no, do I have all the pieces? I don't know. I don't want things to fall, but I don't have. Oh no. Dang it. Dang it. Shouldn't have smashed my keyboard on my desk. Well, hopefully I have all the pieces I can put it back together. I have the instructions. Oh, actually, I think I'm actually down there, so I'm okay. But that's annoying. You ever done that? Drop the Lego set and then that's the worst. It's the worst feeling when you're like, and it smashed into. This isn't at least smashed into a million pieces, but it definitely smashed. And it's like, well, not. And it's like, you're like, to redo all this. Anyway, so what was I saying? Yeah, if they can do it every week, what the heck? With people who are all busy doing having lives, I don't get it. It's just like, I don't understand. I just don't understand. To me, it's like, what? Why? Lazy butts. But and the thing with the youth pass, that was stupid in my opinion. Like, no way. No way. I was like, this is baloney. This is a bunch of baloney. That's your job, man. You're being paid to do this. My mother tried to explain, well, you really... I'm losing subscribers, man. On my main channel. I should really make a video about something, but I don't know what to make a video about. Because, I'm sorry, it takes forever to edit those freaking... Sorry, let me just finish my thing first. My mother tried to explain that the guy didn't want to be the youth pastor. They just needed to give him something to do. Like, okay. Yeah, it takes forever to edit the freaking, what are they called? What are those things called? Which videos were they? The Doom 64 videos took like forever to edit, and I'm like, oh, I hate this. Because I play for like an hour, and then I have to like pull down, or like 30 minutes, and I have to pull it down to like some reasonable amount of time, and I'm like, this is ridiculous. I wish I could just upload the raw footage, but no, that's a lot. And it's just too long. It is too long. And then because I'm terrible at figuring out how to like cut something down and what to pull out and when to cut and when to like stop and go. It's dumb. I would be editing for like 2 hours and then realize I've cut down like 3 minutes maybe in the whole video. Like, oh, I gotta cut down like half this time. Excuse me. But yeah, I mean, so that's not really easy to do. I could go back and try and do another episode, but I don't really care. I should probably do like something like a review of something. Just so I can have a video up there that people can watch, so that like people stop. Because I was close. I was 2 subscribers away from 200, and I was like, I'm gonna do a giveaway, and yeah, I'm gonna do a giveaway on my main channel when I hit 200, and I still will. The problem is, people are like, well, what's the point, blah, blah, yada, yada. They didn't like it. They were getting bored. They were getting whatever. And then I lost 4 subscribers. I'm like, oh, you suck a poo-poo. So, I'm like, so now what? But then again, I'm going to do a, giveaway once I hit 200. I will. I'm 100. Let me see what it looks like if I do this. No, I need it on. Yeah, I'm going to do a giveaway. It's just a card. Trading card. So, it's nothing like crazy. I might even do a sticker because I'm getting a bunch of stickers made from stuff, so it's kind of cool, so. Yeah, so it's kind of cool, so I'm like, oh yeah, okay, whatever. No, wrong side. Anyway, of my logo of both my main channel and in this channel, I think. Anyway, so I might put one of those in there. That'd be cool. That'd be interesting. But yeah, I'm gonna do one when I hit 200. And I thought I was gonna hit 200 pretty easily, but no. Because look, if I go to Social Blade now, I'll open the Social Blade app. What is the name of the boat in Moonraker? Oh, that's easy. Anyway, yeah, I'll see what like my progression is. So fucking. Where you got it? Cool. Excuse me. Yeah. So let's go to it now. Where's Social Blade? Social Blade. I'll see what they predict now, or they estimate. You know, they project their. Oh, son of a dingus. Goodness, projection. What? Projections. Unable to project the future based on current growth. Oh, what? Wow, that's terrible. See, I'm losing subscribers very much. Ew, my views have gone way wacky, man. Losing subs, way wacky. Really? The way it's growing now, they can't even... let me see what my videos... what's my... Anyway, so yeah. I can't even, predict anything. So badly not ready. Anyway, so yeah. 63 views. Okay, that's actually really good. 160. I think because okay, I think because I'm looking at a video now and it's a short, right? And because it's a short, it just gets thrown at people. So it just gets thrown into everyone's like feed. Nobody looks for it. Nobody finds it. They just or nobody looks for it. Nobody like gets it. They just find it. It just comes to them. It's like, oh, okay. I still think it's crazy how I put a video up on New Year's, and I went. The whole entire video is just Happy New Year. And in like the first 24 hours, I got like 1,000 views. I'm like, what? Huh? Excuse me? When people say, when I heard people say, when people say, uh, shorts views are broken, I'm like, frick, shorts views are broken. Good lord. Good gosh, man. What's my most viewed short? Yeah, that one. The next one is 523. Okay, and then what are my lives? Look at my lives. That has some that's crazy. 64,000 views for something. That's incredible. That's insane. And then in my regular videos, it's only like 1,000 or something. Yeah, 1.1 thousand for a review of a camera way back. I didn't review the new camera that I got. Should have reviewed it, but yeah. My top two most viewed videos are of regular videos are 2 camera reviews. Okay. And then the third is Scooby-Doo Escape from the Coulsonium. Scooby-Doo Escape from Coulsonium. And the fourth one isn't even me. It's my friend playing Earth Angel on the bass. Like, oh my gosh. And the fourth, and the fourth one is, like a video of the Munch Botanical Gardens. It was probably the first like actual video I like videography video I did. So, really well. And then for some reason, you go down and it's like 10th or so video. Let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 videos are like really old videos from like the first like few years, like the first year of me making content. Stuff like my comic book collection, just random comic books and like. And then the next one is me playing ukulele, me playing the Jurassic Park theme on ukulele. I wasn't even a good version; it was just crap. And then you go down after that, and it's like stuff like old episodes of my podcast, which I don't upload onto YouTube anymore because I don't know, I don't like it. It's weird. Anyway, but yeah. Anyway, yeah. So, anyway, what was I saying? Yeah. So, I'll go for about an hour. I'll go for about an hour. So I got another like 15 minutes, 18 minutes, 12 minutes, something like that. Yeah, 12 minutes. So. It's just bizarre what popped off and what didn't. But book reviews never popped off for some reason. My card reviews never popped off really. And my vlog type content where I'm like going around like filming some place didn't pop off. Certain video games don't pop off. It's really bizarre. So I'm like, how do I, update. Like a 30-second update. What do I do here? Like a 30-second update for my channel. Remember that? I'm like, what? Why? Huh? What? It's a 32-second update. I said that. Then I used like every camera under the sun to record things for like the first like 5 years probably. Everything from like random as like the Sony camera, the Sony HD camera, to this JVC. I don't even know what it is, which I don't think works properly anymore. To like my phone, to random old. Oh, to JVC. I remember I was like, oh, I'm gonna. I remember that one year I was like, no, for my like winter retreat at my youth group, I was like, no, I'm gonna make a vlog of it, and it's gonna be amazing, and I'm gonna be. And then I just didn't do it, and I was like, and then I like remember thinking back, like remembering it later. I'm going, oh, was I gonna do that? Oh well. I still have that. What are you doing somewhere? Anyway, that was it. It was like a 30-second video. Yeah, you can't make those kind of videos anymore. You just can't. At least not there. You do that on like a. You do that on like a. You do that on like a social media, or you do it on like a community post. Now you say, you would just say that really quickly. You'd be like, "Gonna be using this camera, blah blah, blah done," or something like that. Maybe even a short. Yeah, you could maybe make a short. I don't know. Maybe I should do another Ocarina cover, or Ocarina like playing or something. I could try something like that tomorrow. Set a reminder for 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. Ocarina song. The problem with reminders suck on Android. Okay, you know why reminders suck on Android? At least through this, it doesn't like ring. Unless you're looking at it, it doesn't ring. Unless you're using your phone and you like see it, it doesn't like alarm you or ring, or it better to make an alarm that does that at like 8 a.m. You know, instead of I don't know. It's kind of dumb that way, but whatever. What was I just talking about? Oh yeah, the update thing. Yeah. Yeah. I had a whole bunch of things I was going to do with my channel. Like, oh yeah, I'm going to do this and that. It's going to be amazing. And then it's just like, yeah, nothing. I got like legitimately nothing. Nobody, nowhere, nothing. I was like, huh? What? I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to do this and this. Because I saw people doing things. I'm like, oh, I can do that. That's not hard. Same way. The same reason I started the channel, like a lot of people do. I saw my friend doing it, and I was like, oh, well, if he could do it. And he was a Joe Schmo bum in that regard. Like, so I was like, okay, well, if he can do that, Joe Schmo bum stuff, I could probably get around to doing it. And then I kind of did, and I was like, and my first kind of videos were absolutely trash, just so bad. I remember, right? I was watching, okay, for I think either the 5th year anniversary or the 10th year anniversary. Technically, I started in 2011. The like, that's when I made my Gmail account, which gave me a YouTube account. Gmail email address, which gave me a Google account. But I technically started in 2015, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. What? I missed it? No. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, okay. So, 21. Yeah, anyway, I was watching it back, and I just remember, like, ending. I don't know where. I cannot, for the life of me, remember. I remember distinctly doing it and thinking it was, like, the funniest, like, this, like, a good outro. But I remember, like, I cannot tell you where I, like, thought of that idea. But I would end my videos, okay, with the stupidest outro ever. It was, never has an Asian been so naked. I was like, why did I think that was a good idea? Why? What? Who? How? I look back at some of the early videos, I'm like, what? Also, it wasn't like the first video, so it wasn't like I like came into the channel with like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this. No, it was just this weird like, what? Wait. Never has an Asian been so naked. What? And then it was like, so like it started with just like ending it, and then like I decided, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this, and then it's like you come to nothing. So like there'll be like the era of the like bad outro. Like, I don't have a good outro for my videos. My friend sent me a thing, and I said, "Oh, like he made in one of those like loop making or like beat making like apps, I think." And I was like, "You should use that as your outro. That's amazing." My intro I made in one of those loop maker editor beat making things. Yeah. So, because you should use like a random whatever outro or intro, and then like her. I think I either like thought about it, and was like, I don't want to hear it somewhere else, so it's like on somebody else's because it was a like YouTube audio library music whatever. But then I was like, then when I did switch it, I was like, okay, great. And then like not too long after, I heard it somebody else use it. And I was like, yeah. Because I think I remember it was Rhett and Link who talked about one time. They're talking about like when you buy from an audio library, right? Like a stock music audio library. You'll sometimes just be like, you'll hear like that sound that song you bought on like a commercial somewhere. You'll be like, oh, I have that. I use that. You know. It's kind of to me is like, oh, so I wanted something a little bit more fresh. That was mine. Yeah. I don't have a good outro, so intro isn't even that great either, but it's at least something. Ah, dang. So yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, so I mean, whatever, right? Yeah. So anyway, so ooh, I just love this bear. I have a bear attached to my. I like bolted on a bear to the front of my case, right, on my computer. It's really cheap, Cooler Master. I think I paid like $50 for it. Really cheap. I just needed a good, better case that would work better than the one that I'm using, which was a Dell Dimension 4600 case. Really old. I think we're shorting stuff out. I don't know. Any on the motherboard. I don't know. Anyway, it's half there, and I like rubbing his nose. It's gonna be like one of those brass statues where like, or like the statues where like it's worn out just on like the place. Like there's one in Italy. When my friend went to Italy, he was like, "Oh yeah, it's the one where, cause it's a woman, and it's like good luck if you, like rub her. I think it's right breast, either left or right. I think it's right because left was considered the devil's hand. I don't understand. I don't understand that at all. I don't understand it like at all. Why that was like that? I can really look it up one day, but like, so it's got like it's patina just on her like right breast. There's like all this like wear and tear. So yeah. So yeah. So I'm just gonna like one day have like a really patina just in one spot on his nose, because his nose is like a perfect thing to like grab onto and like just like rub. Not the rest of it, but just rub. Also, it's almost perfect. I think it's almost I think it's usable for like a bottle opener. I think it is, because it got teeth that come out, and so I could like pop it. I feel like I could, yes. What was I saying? Yeah, so I don't know what else to talk about. I only got like 2 minutes here, 2 minutes or so, 2.5 minutes. But anyway, minute and a half. But yeah, so sort of been doing recently a lot of this kind of 360 looking into it. Like I want to really do it one day. I want to do it, and I'm gonna sell it either to current pastor or youth pastor of the church I'm at currently, or my previous the pastor of the previous church of that, because I still go to their young adults, or I'll sell it to the guy, because next Saturday is supposed to be the cleanup for camp, because they do like a spring cleanup in May, and I'm supposed to see my friend tomorrow who's going to be going to that, and I'm going to ask him, hey, could I come along? Could I tag along with you? And then I'll be like, if so, then I'll even bring along with me. You know what? Yeah, I'll bring it along with me. And so what I'll do is I'll bring it along with me. I'll show them. I'll see how it works. And then I'll like maybe even show them some stuff in 360 and try and sell it to them. Be like, oh yeah. Anyway, so I feel like that, and I could probably, if the new guy's there, my mom be like, of course he's there. I'm like, I don't know about that. I wouldn't put it past them though to not have it there. Right? I wouldn't put it past the place to not have him there yet. And she's like, she looked at me like, that's why they announced it. That's why they announced his new thing now, because they were doing it so that the first thing he can be at was I'm like, don't know about that. I'm not gonna, assume he's gonna be there. So, you know what happens when you assume. You make an ass out of you and me. So, you make an ass out of you and the thing you're assuming. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah. So, I mean, but I'll still bring it just because it's a cool thing too. And also, I bought a. Well, I didn't buy my mother. I told my mother we need a good, because we had a cheap it was a Walmart branded ONN on, what's it called? Battery pack, right? Just like a really small one, like a little rectangular thing. With my brother's, I distinctly remember giving it back to him, but he doesn't even know where it is. I'm like, try look. I don't care. Look, it doesn't really matter. But that's beside the point. But, I was like, Mom, where did that go? And she's like, I have no idea. Don't ask me. But, are there, better ones? Are there higher capacity? Are there, good, better ones that, when power goes out and all that kind of stuff? And I was like, yeah, there's this one. And I asked my brother, and he was like, backtrack a little bit. I asked my brother about it, and he was like, well, I was told by one of our good friends who knows a lot about technology. Was like, yeah, get one of these good ones. And I was like, okay, fair enough. And I got one that was, I think, $20 cheaper than the one he looked at. $10 or $20 cheaper. Slightly cheaper. Anyway, doesn't matter. What was I saying? Yeah, so, and then I said, Mom, she's like, oh yeah, this one. And she was like, well, get it. It's good. And I'm supposed to get that tomorrow. And it's supposed to be high quality. It's probably 20,000 milliamp hours. That's pretty great. I've seen 50,000. So, I've seen higher. But I also showed her, one of those, portable little, power station battery things where you can, plug things into it and, plug car batteries and plug, what do you call it, outlet, regular plugs into it, regular, I don't know, plugs, wall plugs into it, so, but I was like, yeah, and it's a great thing, great for whatever, great when you're out of whatever, and it's like, oh, but it's $1,600, I'm like, oh, okay, never mind, I'm not paying $1,600 for it, no, Jackery, battery bank thing. Anyway, yeah, so supposed to get that, so I could use it for different things, I guess. I used to use a little one for my. I'm so mad that this thing broke. I don't know if you can see it, but no, you can't. At the bottom of this, my Zoom H1N broke. It's annoying, but anyway. Yeah, I used to use it for the Zoom H1N. I used to just completely connect it, and I'd have the batteries in there just for backup or whatever, if something went wrong with the battery pack. So. I like this thing a lot. I think this is great. I've been recording a bunch of random sounds. I've done 2 or 3 random sounds in my house, or around my house or something. Ooh, I should do my fan. That'd be cool. Because I have one that's just running water out of a sink. And it's really good, white noise or whatever, brown noise or pink noise, whatever it is. I don't know what it's called. I think it's white noise. Because the problem with white noise is you can always tell when, the cut is. I don't know. That's at least what I feel like. Anyway, and so, yeah. So I'm supposed to get that tomorrow. And I'm like, on a Sunday? But yeah, I mean, it's Amazon. Because, that's a thing. Amazon's been weirdly good that way with, oh, yeah. You can. I'm like, oh, well then. Suck a poo-poo. But yeah, it's supposed to be good and it's supposed to come tomorrow. It's not cheap, but you buy it. If you know it's good quality and you know it's gonna last, buy it. And I'm like, fair enough. Which is true. It is good. It's not like it's cheap garbage. The one from I don't know how long the one from a Walmart would last us in battery cycles and all that. I know Anchor is good, so I'm buying a good Anchor one. I'm just like, yes, great. So what was I saying? Yeah, so anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, so well, the other thing with the Jackery one is you could actually install a solar panels. Because I don't know if it's still a thing, but it was at least at a certain time. In Canada there was a tax credit for installing solar panels on your house. Because I saw a guy, he did a video where he was what he did was he had added batteries to his house. No, not his house. That's a lie. Not his house. His shed office thing that he built. So he could like switch it from main power to battery power from solar energy. That's how he charges batteries. I'm like, that's such a really interesting idea. So it's, and I told my mom all this stuff, and she's like, that's really cool. But do we have the money to put in? I'm like, well, I mean, it was a tax credit at one point. You could get like tax deductions or whatever. And she's like, yeah, but I don't know, and it's kind of a lot of work and blah 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 blah. I'm like, yeah, it is. You have to look into it, and it's like electric cars. You get a tax credit on electric cars, but I think, and I looked at it because at my local garage they were selling a electric car, and it was significantly more expensive. Like I think like $10,000 or $15,000 more than most of the other cars that my mother was looking at. Because we need a new car, we definitely do. And because I think they were all like 15,000 or so, 12,000, and that is 25,000. So they're like significant. And it was a Chevy Volt, significantly more expensive. But then I was like, oh, but there's apparently a tax credit if you do it. And I think I looked into it that exact day after we went to the garage to look at the cars, and it was just like I like found out it was like, yeah, it's like $600. I'm like, oh my god, that's so stupid. No, but I think it's because there's like a Quebec tax credit and then there's a Canadian tax credit, but they're both like something stupid like $1,000 and $600 or something. I'm like, oh, this is stupid. At least it's not a electric car; it's actually a hybrid. Though that was actually a hybrid, but anyway. I don't hate this thing. It's just you can definitely tell it's old. It doesn't connect properly to things. It doesn't work super well. Sometimes it just doesn't show me something. So getting the photos off kind of just sucks. And like you can't. Just dumb. In my opinion, it's just kind of dumb. I don't want to have to keep using it. I want a good one that works and that can also last me another like 10 years in quality wise, where it's like doesn't look like it's old and people look at it who know anything about cameras or photo quality and go, that's horrible. They look at it and go, that's horrible. Or know that there's better and see better and go, why would I pay for your service to make me a 360 tour, virtual tour, if it sucks, if it's not the highest quality? Because nobody else is doing it. Nobody else around here is doing it. I like that's fair. That's a weird thing where there's not like a service that just does it. You know, like they have like people around the world, and they just have people who will go like around the world. So you work for like a service where you work for this company that just goes around and like does 360 tours for people. I don't know. I feel like that'd be a cool idea. I don't know. Yeah, I think that's gonna be it though for now, guys. Because what else are we gonna talk about? But yeah, yeah. I mean, I think that's gonna be it for now, guys. So, adios, mi amigos.